Becky.
I think there's a time and place for everything. So if you,
Nope.
if you
There's
know,
never time for a Speedo in a nightclub.
no, not for that. I don't do
There
speedos.
isn't.
Okay, I don't want to see nobody in no speedo. Okay.
You
But
just said depends on what's in it. We heard you.
no. Oh, did I say that? I was just joking.
No, you wouldn't.
The minute I go somewhere with somebody and they disrespect or they like, you can't be with me, because for me, real character and morality is being able to treat everybody with a level of respect. Like I said, until that disrespect comes in, right? And that's just something that I think. Now, when it comes to dressing scantily in certain environments, dressing scantily is something adults can do or not do. I do think it's inappropriate to do it around children. And so if the rodeo is a place where people are taking their kids, just like, remember when, was it Lizzo with her butt cheeks out at the basketball game? Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we do.
Disrespectful, because that's a family event. And wearing a thong bikini at a public pool, disrespectful. It's a family event. There are certain things that are adult, right? Mm-hmm. Just like we used to, back in the day, we knew things to do around adults and we knew things not to do around adults. Nowadays, these adults don't know what to do around kids and what not to do around kids. And that's the problem.
Got it. So BK, I got an issue with that because I don't believe you. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. So let's just say we're at an all adult event, right? And I'm trying to press you right now, but I so happen to be wearing a Speedo. You gonna give me a number or no?
I mean, I have talked to Europeans, and the Speedo is not a deal breaker for me. So
you know what he's talking about.
No, I mean at a pool event, right? You're talking about you're actually at a pool event, right?
You know exactly what he's talking about.
No, we at the club. It's an adult event, though.
What's in that Speedo?
Oh, okay. Well, no, because then I'm going to question that your sanity. I can still be nice to you and be like, "Oh no,
my sanity." No, wait a minute. You just said that what a person wears doesn't matter.
Respectability. I can still treat you kindly.
It's only for women, Trev. And I see what you did there. Very well played, sir.
I said, as far as treating,
I fell into the trap, right?
Y'all fell right there. No, thank you.
We already heard what you said. It's on record.
You fell right into it. Boop, like
I literally saying treat people right, whether they are homeless.
But he didn't say nothing about treating her disrespectfully. All he said was he knew that was going to be an easy kill because of the way she was dressed. He didn't say he was going to disrespect her.
No, that wasn't a comment.
My bad. Different comment.
If there's ever a club that I go to and it's a nigga in there inside a Speedo, I'm going to fuck home. Like, how do you get past security, Mr. Speedo, nigga? Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's wild.
I do have a question though, Becky.
I think there's a time and place for everything. So if you,
there's never time for a Speedo in a nightclub.
No, not for that. I don't do Speedos. Okay, I don't want to see nobody in no Speedo. Okay.
You just said it depends on what's in it. We heard you.
No. Oh, did I say that? I was just joking.
No, you what? You said it out loud and you smiled.
First of all, I'm not attracted to a man that's in a Speedo. I've seen it plenty of times. It's not attractive to me. I don't even look at the package. But anyway,
see how they try to clean it up when it get put on the spot?
It was just for shits and giggles. But
right.
Oh my God. Like, when you're going to a place where
determined that was a lie.
When you're going to a place where there's kids and stuff like that, like, and or even out, say you're going out with your homegirls, like, and you might have certain shorts, you know, not with your ass hanging out, but
arrest me, daddy.
You talking about a man?
What the heck? Arrest me, daddy.
Are we talking about wait, first off, Jamie, were you talking about a man? A man, you saying?
No, I was talking about the women. Mott had made the comment about, just like women dress in a certain way, you're going to get the certain attention. I think that there are places where you might be able to dress more provocative in a certain setting, depending on what that is. Maybe you might have more cleavage out. Maybe you might have a little bit more skin out, some see-through on the side, and things like that. But I think that when you are going to these public places, you're going to get that certain attention. And what pisses me off is that women dress this way and then expect a guy not to look. Men are visual. They're thinking already how they're going to put their dick in between your cheeks. So when you dress this way, you need to expect that. And
I think we started jaws first. I think we started jaws, then we work our way down the cheeks.
Correct.
I got a question for y'all. So let's say I do go out, right, and I am in a adults, place, right, and I see a girl and her ass is out, and there's another girl and her ass is not out, right? How am I supposed to treat both of them, in your opinion?
You
can't just go off
asking the lady.
look.
Okay.
It can be the exact opposite. You need to talk and you need to let those women, because I'm just saying, you really do. Like, you just gonna judge a book by its cover. That sounds like that's what you asking me. How do I judge each book by its cover? You don't. You have to read.
Yeah.
I think you can treat them the same, right? As far as being respectable, like, oh, how you doing, moving past them or whatever, right? Now, whether or not you want to, initiate a conversation to find out if that woman is the type of one you want to talk to, like, date, that's different. But what I was talking about was baseline respectability. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to be cordial with somebody and be like, how you doing? Nice to see you. I think that level it needs to be the same across any human, right? Like I said, until disrespect comes in.
I'm not calling no woman ma'am with her ass out.
Yeah, I definitely want all the ladies to answer, because I definitely want to hear.
I don't think any woman with her ass out, or even without her ass out, wants to be called ma'am.
You got to go to Texas.
Throwing that out there.
In Texas, we
so,
call
no, Toya. The question was, how should we treat them? Mont asked, how should we treat them?
I think the approach should be respectable either way. The conversation is going to tell you how you should treat them.
See, one of our esteemed panelists has a saying. He said, the good women are standing too close to the hoes. And now you're telling us we're supposed to treat women who are dressed like hoes like they aren't dressed like hoes. That is insane.
I'm not saying you're going to go walk up to her and be disrespectful. Why would I tell you to be disrespectful?
We don't have to be disrespectful on how we treat hoes. We still be respectful, because being disrespectful to a hoe is not going to get you the proceeds of that hoe being a hoe. But I'm not going to be the same type of respectful that I would to like BK, knowing that she's not a hoe, even if I want the same thing I want from the hoe. I know my audience. I have to go at my target audience based on what I know they want. The hoe is not going to get the same gentleman shit from me.
So why are you asking us?
Well,
I was going to say, then that means the question is obsolete.
The argument y'all were making was like, well, just because she's a hoe, you got to treat her with respect. No, we don't treat y'all the same. At all.
When you say treat,
I didn't ask that question.
I just wanted to know how y'all was going to answer it, right? I just want to know how y'all was going to answer it, because I just want to see what y'all thought. But in reality, I've been doing this for a long time, right? I
already told y'all what I thought about it.
And I've dealt with women for a long time. And I got a real high free throw percentage, right? When you dress different, you are different. 99% of the time. Now, of course, it's possible that a woman can dress like a hoe and she can be a virgin and she can be not want nobody attention, right? That's a possibility, right? But 9 times out of 10, if you dress a certain way, you're easier than the other woman who's not dressed a certain way. And y'all might both be hoes, right? But the woman who dressed this, it's just most commonly, if you dress that way, like you going. And a man is going, it's like it's certain girls that a guy might walk up to and be like, yo, like, what you doing later? Ooh la la. You trying to come back to my spot later? Like, you trying, where we going later? We going to an after hour, right? And it's another woman, he might be like, yo, respectfully, like, I don't see a ring on your finger, right? 2 different types of energies, 2 different types of interests that you want from that woman. And you can talk in reality, you can talk to them 2 different ways. I'm not saying disrespect the other woman, but I don't have to have the guardrails that I have to have on with the other woman most cases. You can cut right to the chase. Like, you literally can get there a lot quicker with those type of women. Just it is what it is.
Any woman walking around advertising like and then acting like she's not for sale is stupid. That's the dumbest shit in the world. That's like a store that's closed having people working beside that bitch with the door locked, even though the sign says open. Like, if you dress like that, we are going to treat you based on how you look. I'm not going to go to a paramedic and ask that nigga to put a fire out. I'm going to find a fucking firefighter because of the uniform they wear. That's how you identify different professions. You identify hoes based on their attire. Now, there are some hoes that like to be covered up, but again, those hoes are few and far in between. I've never seen women with their ass out dressed like that's not getting cracked by somebody and that aren't crackable. I've never seen any of them that are inaccessible or hard to reach for the right types of niggas. I have seen several women who are modestly dressed that are hard to reach and are inaccessible to most men because they either already have one or they already just are in that space where they don't want a man to like them for their body. If you don't have the body for this part, you don't have this conversation though, because you don't even have these problems. So it's not something that, the women who, a lot of women build like little boys. They can't help it, right? So this conversation isn't for them, but for the women that we're talking about that have ass to be out, you gonna get treated like your ass is out. Like, the fuck are we supposed to do? Excuse me, ma'am. I just thought that I was so captivated by the tramp stamp that you have and that 36-piece weave that you're wearing and the red bottoms and all the designer stuff with the cuff that I see I can sip my drink on. I just wanted to know your name. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Ma'am, I have money and dick. What are we doing?
Well, wait, Willie, can I ask you a question? Do you think, okay, so we talked about height. Do you think that works for you because of your perceived status?
No.
So do you think a 5'7" man, whether she's dressed like a 304, as you like to say, or she got a, just nice body kind covered up, do you think that's going to work?
If me and a 5'7" nigga that are equal everywhere else, except I'm taller, all of that shit, I'm winning 9 times out of 10. And the only time that I don't win is because I checked my phone and saw something and he beat me to her. That's it.
Okay, fair enough.
I rarely ever like cold approach women in my life. I just never had to, right? But I can count on like my hands how many times I have. And one time when I was younger, I was driving and I seen a girl like walking down the street about to go into a corner store. And I'm like, I don't be cold approaching women, but the way she was dressed, I said, nah. I pulled right over. I hopped out, got her number. Her ass was out. It was out too much. I said, oh, I'm pulling over. I got to. So
if anybody ever has to become a recruiter for something,
absolutely.
That's when you understand what it's like to have to cold approach people. Like going through recruiter school and having to do that in the military and having to like cold approach people constantly, you learn like how to sell what you got. You learn how to work with what you got. Like, hey, listen, you look like you struggled, my nigga. You should probably join the Navy. Just saying. Like, once you got to swim, when you get 4 years in, you get benefits for the rest of your life. Like, you got to figure out how to sell people on things, and you get rejected all the fucking time, especially by this new fucking generation. With women, it's no different. Understand your target audience and know what they're looking for. If you have it, you will excel. Like you'll shoot 80% from the 3-point line, even if you have what the majority of women like. And a lot of these women who dress that certain way like the same types of niggas. They do tend to be monolithic in what they desire from a man. So if you have most of those things, those women are not going to turn you down ever, unless you're 5'7".
Wow. Some people don't like giants.
Again,
they want a nice average 5'9".
5'7" month and 6'4" month go after the same girl.
I don't know. I met a woman. I think Trev met her too. That said she don't want a tall man. She don't want somebody that's 6'4".
She was capped. We know what happened.
One woman. Like, why are we talking about?
I didn't believe her.
She said she wanted a shorter man.
But hold on.
One woman.
Yeah. You have to make this. You gotta ask women: is that what you want now, or is that what you've always wanted? Because a lot of times people taper their standards as they get older and as they learn from making certain mistakes. I don't know. I'll take a 5'7"
I don't know.
guy,
She said she was she's like 5'2" or something like that. I think she's like 5'1", 5'2". And she said that she doesn't want a tall man. She wants somebody that's closer to her height.
Then she's just an anomaly.
I don't think so.
Let's be honest.